Jesus Ortiz is a guy who's been covering Houston sports, New York sports, you name it, and he's joining us now on the BCS iAssociates hotline. ¿Cómo estamos, Jesus?
Hey, man, brother, I'm doing so well. This is such an honor. I love how you brought the guns out today. I like the shirt, bringing out. You've been working out, looking good.
People think I wear
nice
tight shirts.
Haircut for the first week of work. Yeah, I've not been on TexAgs before, but man, I've been a loyal follower for all the work down there, and big fan of Billy Lucci and everything that they do, and not to go on a tangent here, but the fundraiser for Annie Coots, I was so excited and so proud. How about that? TexAgs in like less than 24 hours raised double what they wanted to raise to send her to the Olympics. How cool is that?
Yeah, no, the power of TexAgs is amazing. Luch, obviously, everybody knows Luch around the world. You don't even have to be an Aggie. You do know. By the way, people keep saying I wear tight shirts. Jesus, this is a large. I'm sorry, okay? It's a large for the record, okay? I guess it's a humble brag.
I was complimenting you, bro. I know that's a large, but the guns are impressive. No, you know me, bro. I'm sincere. I was complimenting you. I'm just so excited for you.
Thanks,
and
man.
I was probably only teasing you about the haircut because you got the first week of school haircut.
Yeah,
so that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm growing the beard out this week as well. And those should know this. Jesus is obviously a proud Aggie. He's been at the Chronicle. The St. Louis Dispatch, if I remember correctly.
I went was a columnist at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch for a couple years after Houston. My family, I'm originally from the hood, man. I'm originally from Compton, Linwood area, and but when I was in New York covering the Mets, the Houston Chronicle recruited me in 2001 to come down here, and we made this home. And John Lopez, who you know well, who TexAgs knows very well, he helped recruit me to the Houston Chronicle, and I worked there for 15 years. And then, there are very few columnist jobs in the country, so I took it. But one day, it was one day my wife and I decided I just didn't want to raise my kids in St. Louis, and we came back. And but we love Houston. We love just being so close to. It's just you know the deal. You lived here for a long time. You grew up here. It's just one of the best cities in the world, and I feel comfortable saying that because I grew up in LA. I worked and lived in New York, and I lived in Houston, and I've spent a lot of time in Chicago, and those are the fourth largest cities in America. And this is where we've chosen to raise our family, and I tell my wife, like, you just can't take a guy from LA and New York and Houston and then put him in a city that's really not as big or as diverse. I think for a baseball guy, St. Louis is awesome.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to be back home.
By the way, I should have mentioned everybody. Jesus started a great site, OurEsquinacom, and we'll get into that here in a moment. But being a baseball guy, what are your thoughts on what the Aggies have done there with Schloss taking over the realms there, Schlossnagle, the new head coach, and just the direction of this Aggie program in all layers, right? You name it, they got top coaches at all spots.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you, this is all you need to know. You know, the baseball writing community is very small and very tight. And as soon as the Aggies hired him, I got an email from one of my closest guys, Mark Gonzalez of the Chicago Tribune, formerly of the Chicago Tribune. He's like, awesome, raving about him. And when you have guys like Mark Gonzalez who've covered baseball at the greatest levels, he's so well respected. And Kirk Saarloos, his pitching coach, who's now the TCU coach, like I've known him since high school. I covered that guy when I was at the Long Beach Press Telegram, and he was a quarterback and a baseball player. So to see the type of quality guys that he's not only hired but developed that says a lot. The Aggies are going to be. I'd be surprised if they don't win a College World Series with him, and I know that's saying a lot. But the people I respect the most in baseball love the hire, love what he does, and I'm excited to see what he does, because there are very few places that have the atmosphere quite like Aggie baseball, and I think he's going to bring championship baseball to Aggie Land again.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Jesus, one of the topics we had to start the show was, does winning a national championship in college football make you one of the top coaches in all of college football? There's a couple names that you throw out there when Les Miles was coaching, and Gene Chizik perhaps, that don't get that same kind of buzz. So just your thoughts on what is the difference maker there as a top coach, because we have Jimbo easily in the top 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess winning a national championship makes you got it. So with Jimbo having won a national championship and the recruiting that he's put together there, absolutely. Like if you had to give me a list and said, here are your 3 guys, there are 2 right off the bat that I'd get. There's the guy over there in Alabama, Nick Saban. But if you can't get Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher is right there. And the other guy, is not coaching in college football right now. He's in the NFL. But I would take Jimbo, and he's done so much, and the energy there at Aggieland it's just so different. It's been a long time since you saw that energy at Kyle Field during a football game, and obviously, well, not that long, because 2012 with Johnny Manziel, but sustained. I think Jimbo will keep it there.
Yeah, so what do you think heading into this season? There's some question marks, but all teams have question marks. So everybody in the SEC, different quarterbacks, offensive line. How do you see this season playing out for Texas A&M?
The offensive line, right? Like what will the offensive line look like?
There's question marks all around for all teams, right? But where do you see A&M navigating through this season?
I only see one legit loss that you're like, okay, I think that they'll be heavy underdogs on that one, and that's Alabama. But I wouldn't be surprised if they went to the college football playoffs, and if the right things play out, if as you noted, the offensive line, the quarterback, if that goes in the right direction, this could be the year, or maybe they're a year away.
Hey, Jesus, we got about a minute left. Just tell us a little bit about your vision with OurEsquinacom, and I know that you've had some Aggie representation on the site as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So OurEsquina is a site. We aspire to amplify the Latino voice in sports and culture and art, and it's an English preferred site. We found a market and a niche that needs to be filled there. We hope there's a lot of advertising money there. But yes, we started our site. We launched our site with Memo Salinas as our cover, because we focus on, whether it's Memo Salinas or Jaime Jaquez, the UCLA star, on Latinos making a difference. And we wanted to, I wanted to deliver a message like, here's a Latino, here's a Mexican, the first Mexican first Latino yell leader, and now first Latino head yell leader at A&M history. And that's what OurEsquina is about, is amplifying those stories, amplifying stories like we've told you we'd like to feature you, like amplifying Latinos who are making a difference, the diversity of the Latino culture. A lot of people think that to attract the Latino consumer, you have to do it in Spanish. And I argue that if you look at any research, most Latinos in America now are like you, a cultured, English preferred, making a difference. And I mean, Latinos care about the Dallas Cowboys and the LA Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders more than any football team in any other sport. But yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Yet we're just trying to amplify stories like you and I, so that people can see that Latinos are making a difference in art, sports, and culture.
Jesus, we appreciate your time, brother. I know you have a Dusty Baker press conference to get ready for. We'll chat with you soon, my man.
Thank you very much. Such an honor to be here, and I'm so happy for you and for TexAgs to have you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hopefully Garrett Cole gives up 25 runs. Thank you very much. All right.
Adios, brother.
See you later, brother.